no good looks or wealth. But the girls I chase say my plain face will compromise their health. Now I know fellas worse than me, bow-legged and boss-eyed, walking out with lovely women clinging to their side. Now if women like them, like men like those, why don't women like me? Look at Empress Josephine, the most attractive woman that ever was seen. Yet Napoleon, short and fat, captivates a lovely looking dame like that. Now if women like them, like men like those, why don't women like me? Hey, hey, why don't women like me? Last night I went out walking, my intentions were to click, but the sights I saw while walking out, they nearly made me sick. I must admit I saw some girls, attractive little dears, arm in arm with ugly men with cauliflower ears. Now if women like them, like men like those, why don't women like me? What can the attraction be? That's the thing that always starts to worry me. Although I haven't got a bean, I've got a lot of things the girls have never seen. Now if women like them, like men like those, why don't women like me? Hey, hey, why don't women like me? Now I went for my holidays down to the gay seaside. I saw a lot of things there being hidden by the tide. The way the women jumped around the men there in the sea made me think that there is still a good chance left for me. 'Cause if women like them, like men like those, why don't women like me? Of all the shapes and sizes there, I've got a chance of clicking, yet I do declare, all I don't want to be a narc. I saw a lot of things below the watermark. Now if women like them, like men like those, why don't women like me? Hey, hey, why don't women like me? Now if women like them, like men like those, why don't women like me? Take Lord Nelson with one limb, Lady William Hamilton, she fell for him. With one eye and one arm gone west, she ran like the devil and she grabbed the rest. Now if women like them, like men like those, why don't women like me? Hey, hey, why don't women like me? Everybody's got a crazy notion of their own. Some like to mix up with the crowd, some like to be alone. It's no one else's business as far as I can see, but every time that I go out the people stare at me with me little ukulele in me hand. Of course the people do not understand. Some say, why don't you be a scout, why don't you read a book? But I get lots more pleasure when I'm playing with me uke. Of course I take no notice, you can tell, for mother's sound advice will always stand. She said, my boy, do what I say, and you'll never go astray if you keep your ukulele in your hand. Yes, son, keep your ukulele in your hand. While walking down the prom last night, as peaceful as can be, when some young girl said, what about a stroll down by the sea? She said her name was Jane and that she'd just come for the day. She looked so young and harmless that I couldn't turn away, so with me little ukulele in me hand, I took a stroll with Jane along the sand. We walked along for miles without a single care or frown, but when we reached the sand hill she said, come on, let's sit down. I felt so shy and bashful sitting there, 'cause the things she said I didn't understand. She said, your love just turns me dizzy, come along big boy, get busy. But I kept me ukulele in me hand. Yes sir, I kept me ukulele in me hand. Made up my mind that I'd get wet some 18 months ago. I also bought a book about the things you want to know. But just about a week ago I got an awful fright. I had to get dressed quickly in the middle of the night, and with me little ukulele in me hand, I ran along the road for Dr. Brand. It didn't take him long to get his little bag of tools. I held his hat and coat and let him have me book of rules. Out of the bedroom door he looked and smiled, said, "Come inside and see your wife and child." My heart it jumped with joy, I could see it was a boy, for he had a ukulele in his hand.